Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to our Nazca game. This is turn 6. Things have not been going the greatest, but they're going. Let's see how things do in the Mighty Pillars. We got some events this turn. They better be good game. Watch be like one good, one bad. I don't know. All right, Mighty Pillars. Here we go. What's up? We have a slightly different situation, right? I don't really go over the setup that we have this past turn because we got rid of our Karaka leader, right? Oh, that's not true. We have our Karaka leader here. We got rid of our, we didn't get rid of him. We lost our mercenaries, right? So we have more of a flying contingent now. So now we have our human warriors up in front of our Alcakruna archers rather than them on the side. This should be just a good drop, though, is all we're going for here. Even if it's not, this is very, very light. We should be fine. Are we going to drop? There's the drop. Ooh, not the greatest drop. We murdered the 2 heavy infantry back there. I guess that's fine. Oh no. Oh god, kill the commanders. Oh god, kill them now. Why did you... What? Okay, well you just suicided. Yeah, we killed the commanders before the heavy infantry made it to the archers. That's good for us. Killing them to a man. Nice. Alright. 2 spearmen and 4 Hatenrunas. That actually did not go as poorly as I thought it potentially did. So that's good. That's good. Did we have people retreat? Yeah, I'm assuming our Hatenruna retreated. Because, of course, our Hatenruna retreated. That's all they ever do. Alright. Battles versus Indies, 1 win, 0 losses. Very nice. Happy about that. Kind of what we were expecting, truth be told, but good that that has come to pass regardless. Alright, don't fail me, luck. Come on. Unexpected event. In Bara. Alright, a hidden laboratory has been found and claimed in our name, so lab gained. In that lab, there were 4 astral pearls, death gems, and nature gems, and a scepter of authority. That's kind of neat. Okay, what's... Come on. Don't be bad. Okay, hey, a head full of gems has been found in a hot valley. All right. Okay. So for events this turn, we got lab +1, fire +5, astral +4, death +4, nature +5, and a scepter of authority. That is pretty frickin' awesome, honestly. Very, very excited to have that. Okay, cool. Fantastic. What are we doing? We're doing some stuff. I've kind of talked back and forth about what our options are over the last couple turns, about how things have not been going well, about how we don't have very good provinces, and how that is kind of leading us to a situation where things are going poorly. So, we're going to try to right the ship as best we can. But we've also got to play into the fact that we're probably going to get attacked very early. So, what is the plan? First, let's take a look at Mighty Pillars. Decent population. Not as good as Amul, but the second best that we basically have, which is pretty awesome. A little high on rest, so our income is reduced at this current point in time. But what's really nice is we got a 0 site. So we got Ruins of the Old Empire, Death +1. That is freaking awesome. So gem income for the turn. First time we've gotten to do this. Very nice. Death +1. Very excited about that. Really, really cool. More death early in the game is going to be potentially a very nice boon for us. We can use death to generate chaff, right, via reanimations. But obviously, right, the big thing is if we can just go to Supayas, we can use death to create a lot of Supayas. So that's exciting. We do want to take advantage of that. Yeah. We got a lot of movement. Let's take a look at what this movement is. First off, we haven't taken a look at our scouting in a little while, so we are moving scouts through Vanheim's territory. Probably going to start dipping down and seeing who's below Vanheim. I need to know who is adjacent to Agartha and who is adjacent to Ashdod, right? So that we can try to negotiate with those individuals when inevitably we are attacked by one or more of these three players, right? So we're trying to get that information, and thus we're moving north with this new scout and south with this other scout, right? Just trying to see how Agartha is basically doing. With other movements, we got a lot of arrows going all over the place. This province here, right, is showing between 60 and 90 Lion Tribe archers. We could potentially take this. We have 40 units here. If it's 60, we will probably take it with 10 to 15 losses. If it's 90, it's very possible that we lose upwards of 20 units and then rout. There's also the very real possibility, this being Vanheim, that Vanheim sees this and goes, yeah, that's mine, and sends a couple of vans in there with a bless. They murder this and then they murder us. Or we hit this and succeed and then they come in and murder us, right? So I would really, really, really like this province. It is a very good province. It would be the second best province that we would have. I do not think we can hit this province this turn. I think we would fail on it, period. Even with the reinforcements that we're going to be sending, which would bring us up to a total of 50 units, I think we could still fail. And if we fail, I think that's a disaster for us, right? We're already moving glacially. We can't afford a failure, right? If you're gonna move as slow as we are moving, you at least have to guarantee that you're getting something every turn, right? It's one thing if you're hitting 2 or 3 places every turn, you can afford a failure here or there. If you're only hitting one place every single turn, you can't afford to fail, right? So we can't afford to fail or risk a bump here, even though I would really, really like to take this province. The good news is that Cloudbreakers looks to be like a pretty good province itself, and we can reach it. The bad news is we can't reach it with our human warriors, obviously, right? So that's 8 units that are out of this mix, so we're actually down to 32, so, well, down to 31, because it counts the Karaka. And then we are back up to 42 with these reinforcements, right? So we're going to have 42 units coming into the Cloudbreakers. I'm hoping that we're going to do pretty okay with that. And yeah, fingers crossed. So that's that. We're then pinging with this Apu right into Olur to try to figure out exactly what it is we're facing, because if it is just 60, we might on the next turn be able, or maybe not the next turn, but the turn after that, right? Like in a turn or two or something like that, we might be able to take this. We might be able to negotiate with Vanheim and say, hey, can we have this? Blah, 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 blah. So one, we want to see that, but two, we also just want to get another Malqui, right? We're sending this Karaka back. I say back, but we're kind of sending them towards Bara is the intention. We're going to go through Forest of Pine, and we're going to pick up this Hatan Runa while we're there. And then the other movement that we have, aside from the reinforcement movement that we have with this Apu going into Cloudbreakers, is that we have our Akla attacking into Packwoods. So our Akla is set up front to attack closest. If we had any spells, I would actually say, hey, cast some spells, because maybe you kill the things there, maybe you manage to rout them. But we don't really have anything. Fireflies is not going to get the job done. It doesn't matter. I probably should have just cast it on the random off chance, but you know, I was being very defeatist when I scripted this. So the point though is we don't want to take this province, although that would be, I mean, we do want to take the province, but that's not the goal right now. The goal is to get the Akla killed so that we can turn it into a profit and start producing Supayas. So that is what is happening there. Anything going on in the mercenary world? Ashdod picked up the quick spears. Vindar's mighty Marcadas are hanging out. I did consider snagging these, but our income right now, our money is extremely tight, right? So we're getting an Inca, and we're getting some Condor Warriors and Alkak Runas. Actually, let's go through recruitment right now. I don't know why I'm talking about that without just covering it. We are recruitment this turn. We've got one Inca. Did we not do that last turn though? No, it's this turn. Yeah. Recruitment this turn is, I always forget whether it's the gray. Gray means you just got it, right? In the slow to recruit, gray means you just got it. Recruitment this turn, one Inca. We're also actually getting one Karaka over here. Because we need the leadership. And then we're doing 4 Condor Warriors and 3 Runa Spearmen. So. Let's talk about what this means and why. We went over it a little bit last time. This group, reinforcing this group, takes Cloudbreaker. Hopefully there's low casualties, right? This group can then jump into potentially Old Man Mountains, but this looks a little rough. Probably more likely can jump into Sat Randith, right? And potentially be reinforced by the Karaka that is here, that is going to be here next turn, and some Hatan Runa, right? The following turn, we will have 2 smallish groups of Condor Warriors and a group of Condors that can be led out by this Inca. So that turn, we already have Sat Randith. We can move into potentially Mark, and maybe we move into Miratrand, or we move into Toledo, or what have you, right? But at that point, we should be able to start hitting 2 provinces a turn. That does depend on the attrition. If we have bad attrition, right, then on this turn, this army, I say this army as if it's guaranteed to go to Sat Randith. That's just what I expect to happen. But if we have bad attrition, then that army goes to wherever the Inca army is, combines, and we go from there, right? So, because again, if we can't have massive attrition. If we have massive attrition, then we'll just die to the first person that looks at us. We have to have a critical mass that can drop on somebody. And if we are unable to, we need to continue to always have at least one province coming in, right? We have to have some sort of growth there. So that's the situation as that stands. Still not looking very good, right? We're turn 6, we're 5 provinces. You don't want to expand this slowly. It's rough, we have some good events under our belt now, but we've gotten no income events. We've gotten no. We've had rough provinces, right, to kind of start out with. So we haven't had a crazy amount of income. Obviously, I mean, our scales are pretty shit right now. If I hadn't gone luck and instead had gone growth, right, we would probably have closer to 500 income at this current point in time. So that's a big argument for that. Um, I don't know. I honestly don't know what struck me to. No, actually, hold up. We had to go. We had to go luck because we needed twist fate, right? Well, we didn't have to go luck 3, right? Doesn't luck require, or doesn't twist fate require? 5. Pretty sure. Oh no, luck requires luck. Twist fate does not. Okay. Luck would have been really clutch, actually. But that's fucking oof. That's Astral 9. My god. Interesting. Anyways, sorry, I'm my mind is wandering. I've done a lot of these today. I've been kind of like very you might notice the same color shirt in many of these videos. That's because I did them all in one big batch. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I did it. Okay. I think that is mostly it for the turn. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly on this turn, there has been some aggressive movements in the water. So the water, I think, is heating up, which is interesting. It's really unfortunate that we got all these additional gems this turn, and none of them were air gems. We do have a decent amount of astral pearls, so we can alchemize. Next turn, we're gonna have conjuration. Oh, by the way, we're as we finish up conjuration, we're gonna jump into a very small a very small amount of evocation, just because getting into sulfur haze can be pretty useful, and getting into things like flame bolt is a nice early fire spell that we can cast, and lightning bolt is a nice early lightning spell that we can cast. That probably isn't going to be super useful for us because I would assume Ashdod and Van are probably going to both have lightning resistance blesses, but it might be useful against Argartha. It depends on what we're actually running into. And it also depends on them. They might have gone different builds, right? They might have gone like more scales-ish builds. I can't imagine like a Van going a more scales-ish build, but I've definitely seen Ashdod's go more scales builds. So that's possible. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I think. Oh, we didn't really look at the Scepter of Authority. This is an interesting item. It's not a high end item or anything like this, but this actually could come in handy for us, because if someone is not really expecting it, right? And this casts the Combustion spell, which is relatively low fire. No, it's relatively low. Oh, it's alteration. So this is tier 2 alteration. And it's got 100 precision, but it's low cast range. It just sets you on fire, right? So that is not typically a super big deal. But if people aren't expecting it, it can be nice, right? Like it can catch out a thug that's, doesn't have a fire resistance bless, or it can run up against troops, right? Like, not run up against, but I guess kind of like cast behind a wall of meat against like relatively high armored troops, like Agarthan troops or something like that, right? And just burn them, So not a huge boon, but a nice little thing, like an interesting little shtick. So that's cool. All right, that I think is gonna be it. I've kind of talked everything that we can talk about to death. Yeah. I feel like this is the calm before the storm. I'm trying to keep my army together to not have it be just destroyed, but we're getting a fair amount of attrition. This was better this turn. We didn't lose any Condor warriors. So that's good. I think we just gotta get our first Inca out and maybe combine armies until we have Condors. When we get Condors, I think we're gonna start looking better, right? Odie, what are you doing? Get off your throat. You bad boy. You choking yourself. He dumb. Y'all forgive him. He dumb. He's super dumb. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.